Nigeria was once known as the giant of Africa, a country filled with hope, culture, talent, and dreams. But today, billions of Nigerians live with fear of traveling on highways, fear of kidnappers, fear of terrorists, fear of armed robbers, fear of unknown gunmen, fear of going to school, church, market, or even sleeping at night. Insecurity has slowly become part of daily life. But how did we get here? How did a country with so much potential become a place where many people feel unsafe? And most importantly, can Nigeria still recover? This is the story of insecurity in Nigeria. Nigeria did not become insecure overnight. The roots go deep. For decades, corruption weakened institutions that were supposed to protect the people. Money meant for development disappeared. Funds meant for education vanished. Security budgets were looted. Infrastructure collapsed. As poverty increased, frustration also increased. Millions of young people grew up without opportunities, no jobs, no quality education, no stable future. Many became vulnerable to crime, violence, and radicalization. Then came ethnic tensions, religious divisions, political manipulation. Instead of unity, politicians often use tribe and religion to divide Nigerians for power. Communities slowly stopped trusting each other. At the same time, Nigeria's population kept growing rapidly, but economic growth could not match it. More hungry people, more unemployed youth, more desperation, and desperation is dangerous. Then came one of the darkest chapters in Nigeria's history, Boko Haram, a terrorist group that started in the early 2000s. At first, many people underestimated them, but over time, they became extremely deadly. Bombings, mass killings, village attacks, kidnappings. Thousands of lives were destroyed. The kidnapping of schoolgirls shocked the entire world. Families were shattered forever. Internally displaced persons camps became filled with citizens who lost everything. But terrorism was not the only problem. Banditry started spreading across many northern states. Armed groups attacked villages, kidnapped travelers, and demanded ransom payments. Highways became dangerous. People began praying before every journey. Farmers could no longer safely go to their farms. Food production suffered. Prices of food increased. Then came separatist tensions in the southeast, unknown gunmen attacks, killings of security officers, violence and fear. Meanwhile, armed robbery and cult violence continued in many urban areas. The insecurity problem kept expanding, and ordinary Nigerians paid the price. Today, insecurity affects almost every part of Nigerian life. Businesses struggle to survive. Investors became afraid. Tourism suffers. Farmers abandon their lands because of attacks. Food becomes more expensive. Transportation becomes risky. Families now spend money on private security because they no longer feel protected. Some children cannot go to school safely. Some parents sleep with fear every night. Even social life has changed. People avoid traveling at night. People avoid certain roads. People avoid certain regions completely. And beyond physical violence, there is mental damage. Many Nigerians are emotionally exhausted. Constant fear changes people. It destroys hope. It creates anger. It creates trauma. The saddest part is this: many Nigerians have started normalizing insecurity. When kidnappings happen, people react online for a few days and then move on. Another tragedy comes, another headlines appears, another family cries, and life continues. So why does insecurity continue? There are many reasons. Corruption remains a major problem. When security funds are mismanaged, the system becomes weak. Another problem is unemployment. A frustrated population is easier to recruit into violence and crime. Poor intelligence gathering also affects security operations. Some communities do not trust security agencies enough to share information. Political interests also complicate the situation. Insecurity becomes politicized instead of being treated as a national emergency. And sadly, Nigeria often reacts to insecurity instead of preventing it. By the time action comes, damage has already been done. But despite everything, there is still hope. Nigeria can recover. But recovery requires serious action, not empty speeches, not political propaganda, real action. The government must invest heavily in intelligence and modern security technology. Security agencies need better training, better welfare and accountability. Corruption must reduce. Young people need jobs, education and opportunities. Communities must work together regardless of tribe or religion. Nigeria cannot defeat insecurity if citizens keep dividing themselves. The media also has a role. Religious leaders have a role. Traditional rulers have a role. Parents have a role. Every Nigeria has a role. Because insecurity grows fastest when society loses unity. Nigeria is hurting, but Nigeria is not finished. The future of the country depends on whether we continue accepting fear or decide to confront the problems destroying our nation.